What's going on, Tricology family, and welcome back to another episode of the Tricology News Talk. Now, for today's episode, we're going to be discussing everything that was announced and discussed during this year's Cinemacon that's happened just this week, and then also we got two movie reviews to go over. So, what we're going to do? We're going to go over the two movie reviews that I just watched this week, and then we're going to dive in to the main topic of today, which is the CinemaCon and everything that was announced and discussed. So let's get into our movie review. The first one I'm going to talk about is the big George Foreman movie, and it's another bio, but it's a sports film, which was directed by George Tillman. So this focuses on the life of the heavyweight boxing champion George Foreman, which was played by Chris Davis, and alongside also stars Forrest Whitaker as Davis is the trainer. So I was never a George Foreman fan, as in terms of my favorite my favorite boxers, but I always love his story, like because he nearly suffered a near-death experience, and then he decided to become a Baptist minister and preacher, and then later on when they was facing bankruptcy, he went back in the ring and become the oldest boxer in history to win the heavyweight championship of the world. So I do love the story, and so they made it into a film, and I saw the film, and it was good for what it was. I wish it could have done better. Like, if you're going to ask me which one was better between the big George Foreman movie or Creed 3, I'm still going to go with Creed 3. That's just me, because the way the story was and everything else. That the big George Foreman movie wasn't good. It was still good for what it was, but it was just some things that was just missing for me. But on average, I give this movie between a B and a C, above average. So yeah. So it was a pretty good movie to watch if you're a boxing fan. So I recommend everybody to go see that movie. And then the other movie that I saw was Sisu. So and then this follows a gold prospector who attempts to secure his gold and defend himself from a Nazi death squad. And then and also, man, let me just say this about this movie. This movie is like if Quentin Tarantino directed a John Wick movie. That's what I got out of this film. Like if Quentin Tarantino directed this film, and then he also partnered with like Eli Roth and also Robert Rodriguez in this movie, and then directed a John Wick film. That's what I got out of in this movie, Shishu. Like this was really good. If you're a fan of the John Wick films, if you're a fan of action movies, like, and then so this is definitely a movie that you definitely gotta go see. Like oh my god, like this was an outstanding movie. So yeah, this is a movie that you gotta go see. And so yeah, I definitely give this movie an A. I enjoyed myself with this from beginning to end. So yeah, so definitely gotta go check out that movie as well. So that's our movie review discuss topics for today. So let's get into our main topic for this episode, and then we're gonna be going over everything that happened during this year's CinemaCon. So to start off the day, the Sony Pictures kicked off CinemaCon 2023 with a bang. It delivered an exit showcase of their upcoming movies that left audience baffling. So first off, we heard from Will Smith and Martin Lawrence as they was on set for Bad Boys 4. I can't wait for that. We heard from the cast for the upcoming Ghostbusters Afterlife sequel. We heard from Aaron Taylor Johnson as he premiered a never before seen footage of Kraven the Hunter, which we now know it will be rated R. So this is Sony and Marvel's first rated R Marvel film. So definitely looking forward to that. And then also I heard rumors that that Rhino is going to be the villain in there. I don't know if Paul Giamatti is going to return to play as Rhino. If y'all remember, he did play as Rhino in the Amazing Spider-Man 2. So I don't know. So we'll see about that. But it is confirmed that Rhino will be in the Kraven Hunter movie. And then we move on to showing clips, executive previews, and new trailers for upcoming Sony movies that include the Dumb Money, which is based on a Stark, based on the GameStop's Starking marketing that is happening. Insidious, The Red Door, Anyone But You, Ridley Scott's Nopeton, No Hard Feelings with Jennifer Lawrence, a new comedy there. The Grand Tomorrow, The Machine, and then we saw a first 14 minutes of Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, and then lastly, the legendary Denzel Washington was met with a standing ovation as he received the Cinemacon Lifetime Achievement Award. We're also showing the new trailer for his new movie, The Equalizer 3. So a lot of good things coming out of from Sony Pictures. That was looking good there. So moving on to day 2, which was focused on Warner Brothers, as they showed presentations and also appearances from the cast for these upcoming movies that include the Barbie movie, Wonka, which is going to be a prequel to the very first Willy Wonka, Dune Part 2, The Color Purple. Yeah, that's right. The Color Purple is going to be a remake. And they showed, and then Oprah Winfrey came on stage, announced that her and Steven Spielberg is going to be executive producing the remake, and they had cast that include Fantasia, Taraji P. Henson, her, Sierra, a lot of people. So I can't wait for that. And and I'm hearing it's going to be released on Christmas Day. And then we also heard cast from The Nun 2 and also Blue Beetle. That's my movie, y'all. So I can't wait for that. So, and then also attendees was treated to a first exclusive list from the Color Purple, The Nun 2, and Dune Part 2, as well as new trailers from the Wonka, the Barbie movie, Meg 2, the Trench, Blue Beetle, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, and The Flash, and which also they got to see an advanced screening of The Flash, and audiences came out saying, "Oh, this is the best comic book movie. This is one of the greatest comic book movies." So, I want to let y'all know. So, once that movie come out, I will make the same. When I do my movie review on The Flash, I will see a guy. I'm keeping everybody's word, including Tom Cruise's word. And everything is good. I do believe it's really good. It's based on the trailers and everything. I do believe it's good, but I'm gonna be the judge because I'm gonna be watching from a fan's perspective and from a critic's perspective. So I still get man, y'all can already feel the excitement in me. So I can't wait to see The Flash. And now, when the people saw the advanced screening of The Flash, it wasn't a finished editing draft. So even though it was unfinished, people were still excited and came out amazed about the movie. So once the finished editing part is finished, by the time we get to June, then we'll see everything else. So yeah, still excited. So we move on to day 3, which focuses on 2 studios. Walt Disney Studios, and Universal Pictures. So, coming from Walt Disney Studios, they started out the day start on day 3 with a fantastic presentation package with never before seen previews of their upcoming slate. Melissa McCarthy joined the stage and left the audience spellbound after debuting her entire performance of "Poor Unfortunate Souls" from the Little Mermaid. Harrison Ford appeared on stage with a well, not on stage, on screen. Sorry, he appeared on screen with a special video message, including a sneak peek of the highly anticipated Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Disney also revealed the first footage and song from the upcoming animated movie Disney's Wish the movie, and it is announced that Chris Pine joins the cast as the voice of King MacGruber. Sorry if I pronounced the name. Then attendees was also given a first look at the studio's future lineup that includes clips from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 and The Haunted Mansion, and including the latest trailer to The Marvels. 20 minutes of Disney and Pixar's Emerald, a sneak peek of the creator from New Regime, and also an advanced look of new trailers that includes from the Fox and also Searchlight. That includes The Next Gold Wins, which is based on a true story that we directed by Tonga Waititi, and also 20th Century Studios' A Haunting in Venice Street, which it's actually a sequel to The Murder on Orchard Express and Death on the Nile. Because when I saw Keith B's character with the mustache, and I was like, hold up, this is a sequel to the Death on the Nile. But except it's gonna be a little different because if you guys saw the trailer, it's more focused on a horror type genre. It's still a like a murder mystery, but it's focused on a horror take on there. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. And then lastly, closing out the presentation, they showed a special advanced screening of The Boogeyman. And then lastly, on day 3, Universal Pictures and Focus Features gave it a presentation of their upcoming slate. They revealed first looks and extended previews and new details of their upcoming slate that includes Oppenheimer, which Christopher Nolan was on stage to talk about. Illumination's new film, Migrant, Strays, that saw Will Ferrell with the dog that was shown in the movie that he will be voicing as Reggie. So he came on stage with the dog that he's gonna be voicing of. The remake, I don't know if it's a remake or an actual sequel, but The Exorcist, the Believer, Ruby Gilmore, Teenage Kraken. That's from DreamWorks, and then also from DreamWorks, Trolls, that band together, Kung Fu Panda 4. That's what I'm looking forward to, and Jack Black came on stage to announce on that. Astro City, My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3, The Holdovers, The Expendables 4, and then when Blumhouse came on stage, they mentioned there will be sequels to Meg and the Black Phone, so we are getting Megan 2 and the Black Phone 2, and then also Saw X, which is Saw 10, and then we're getting the Fall Guy, Drive Away Dolls, the Wicked movie, and then Van Diesel came on stage and said, that Fast X, aka Fast and the Furious 10, will be split into 2 parts, and part 2 will be coming out in 2025. So so based on that, Universal had a good panel. So so Universal is looking good from there. And then lastly, on day 4, starting off with Paramount Pictures, their presentation was full of announcements and exclusive footage for their upcoming lineup of films That includes the Sonic the Hedgehog 3. We're getting a sequel to Smile in Smile 2. We're getting an animated movie of Avatar: The Last Airbender. We see details from the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie, Mutant Mayhem, which we saw details that Superfly, that was voiced by Ice Cube, and Bebop and Rocksteady are confirmed as the main villain of the movie. So when they introduce all the mutants, I think we're gonna see some mutants on the Ninja Turtle side, and then we're gonna see mutants on Superfly side. So that's what I'm getting based on the details that we're talking about the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie. We heard details from Martin Scorsese's new film Killers on the Flower Moon. We got an announcement of a new Smurfs movie, in which one of the cast includes Rihanna. We got a new trailer for Transformers: the Rise of the Beast. We heard details on the upcoming biopic movie Bob Marley One Love. We got details on the new spinoff Quiet Place movie entitled Quiet Place Day One. We got a new detail movie called If, which stands for Imaginary Friend. Transformers is getting an animated movie entitled Transformers One. We got announcement from Nickelodeon that SpongeBob is going to be another movie entitled SpongeBob SquarePants Search for SquarePants, and also Paw Patrol the Mighty Movie. And then lastly, saw a final surprise of the show with an early look of an unreleased trailer and a 20-minute sequence for the Mission Impossible Day of Reckoning Part 1. And then lastly, to close out the Cinemacon and Day 4 with Lionsgate, they showed a quick look at their upcoming slate and a very first look and a brand new trailer of the Hunger Games and the Ballet of the Songbirds and Snakes. And then lastly, the cast and the team behind Joyride took the stage and introduced a special event screening of that to the Cinemacon audience as well. So I think all the studios came out with bangers with their upcoming movie slate, but I think Universal and Paramount Pictures may have stole the show on that one. But not to say that all the other studios that did some good announcements, but I think Universal and Paramount Pictures it came out with a banger for theirs. But yeah, so let me know in the comments below which one of these movies that was announced are you excited for. So let me know in the comments below, and let me know what you think of CinemaCon this year. So yeah, and but that's our episode for today. And if you're watching me on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment below. What are your thoughts on CinemaCon? What are your thoughts on the movies I did a movie review on? And also don't forget to share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell when new episodes are uploaded. And of course, if you listen to me on Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, or any other podcast streaming platform, don't forget to follow me there as well. So, well, without further ado, this is Trico, and I'm signing off. Peace.